This video was paid for by a grant from the Women's Giving Circle of the University of Arkansas.
Hey, don't forget homework's due next Tuesday.
Okay, thanks. Have a nice weekend.
You too, bye.
So what do you need to talk to me about?
You can't call it rape. If the only witness to the attack is the body of the accuser, when the abuser was once a lover, label this an argument turned physical. When the disagreement grows arms, pries open your legs, holds you down to force their will and opinion inside of you, even this is not rape. It's a lapse in romantic judgment, a simple heated debate. Remind yourself that he loves you. The moment was just a mistake. When the study session turns bloody, and there's no test to take in sight, when the history of the account is smeared across loose-leaf papers and rented textbooks, if you can only loosely reenact the events, be prepared for the newspapers to deem you a whore. They will place your memory on the witness stand. Can you stand to relive the assault? Prematurely drag the skeletons from your closet without giving them time to dress. Now you scream naked in your truth, but no one seems to hear it. Instead, they will gather whispers about the attire or lack thereof, the exposure of bones. Victims like you should always wear flesh. How else is anyone to trace the trail of bruising that you so claim to have? I know what you must think, but this simply can't be known as rape. It was a night of anatomy. Placed on flashcards, stripped from your power, point out the positive. You now have a better chance of passing the pop quiz in the morning. If the victim, survivor, identifies as male, this is where things can get tricky. So call it a job well done. Reward him with pats on the back. What type of normal guy doesn't want to get laid? So instead of filing the complaint, it's cause for celebration. When she identifies as woman, there is a strong possibility she was asking for it. Ask her if she remembered the night correctly. If alcohol was involved, that cancels both sides of the case. More specifically, the side that manages to maintain that the night was anything less than fun. They will claim the same Red Bull that gave you wings gave them permission. How could this be rape when the entire purpose was to fly? If you choose to go to the doctor, know that rape kits aren't technically evidence, just proof that something happened. The bruises and blood can be seen as foreplay. How can one even truly be sure unless you call it? Unless you call it by its name. Look the monster dead into the eye and say that yes, all of this is rape. Say it out loud. How oftentimes catcalls are the gateway drugs to sexual abuse. Say it out loud. When a no is drowned out by the wave of hands uplifting skirts, you can still say it even if it barely hurts. They may rewrite the definition, but the act remains the same. When a body is found, raped, and murdered, They will drop the rape to convict the murder. Rape culture will turn its bloody hand to convince you of its justice and take away the very reason the person was turned into a corpse in the first place. When you're shamed into giving your body over, it is rape. When you thought you wanted it, you changed your mind, but the person kept going. Yes, call it rape. When you give in to the beast that lurks behind your bushes because it's easier to do that than say no. Yes, that is indeed rape. When you've drank away your consciousness, you weren't sober enough to consent. They will try to convince you that your body was nothing more than a party favor. Don't give in to their notion. Call it rape. If your safety lies within you taking off your pants, when the threat of violence lays quietly beside your pillowcase, there's no such thing as gentle rape. Rape is rape. This is rape. Call it rape. I was once raped.
We're grateful for the financial contribution from the Women's Giving Circle, which made this series possible. Video production by Proto Productions and Oleography Productions. For more information, students may contact the Campus Sexual and Relationship Violence Center, also known as the SRVC.